Time to preview the NFC West for the 2017 season, Bucky, and we're going to use the Move the Sticks Scouting Index to do so.
Here we go, 6 different categories. We're going to rank every team 1 through 4, see where they sit in the division. We're going to shake it all out, and the lowest score is actually the team that we believe will be the division winner.
All right, let's jump in here to the quarterbacks inside this division. Number 4 on the list, San Francisco comes in there, followed by Jared Goff and the LA Rams.
But I like him. He's playing better.
He's playing a lot better. Excited about what Coach McVay is doing there with him. Number 2 and number 1, we've got a veteran and then a guy that's almost a veteran at this point.
Yeah, we're going to go with Carson Palmer at number 2. We believe he still has a little juice left in the orange. We'll see if they can squeeze that out with Bruce Arians. This is a guy that can push the ball down the field when he's in a clean pocket. He still can make every throw that you want to see. You want to make sure that they do that. He has some weapons on the outside. Carson Palmer right behind Russell Wilson.
All right, the class of the division, though, you mentioned it, Russell Wilson. I guess it's fair to call him a veteran. He's been around for a minute now and just continues, even through injury last year, to show his ability to win inside the pocket as well as to make some things happen outside the pocket. Hopefully healthy this year. We'll see him use those legs a little bit more, take off and run and be a true dual-threat quarterback at the next level.
Yeah, I think he has to be selective as a dual-threat quarterback. Hopefully that offensive line is a little better, but he has to use his legs to make plays, create big play opportunities. If they're able to continue to do that, look, he's going to be a guy that's going to be an MVP candidate because he plays the position the right way.
All right, let's go to the skill positions here and roll through these. San Francisco we have coming in at number 4 inside the division. The Rams, although I love all the additions that they've made
I like the new Rams.
It's a good-looking group. Seattle, underrated for their collection of wide receivers. Angry Doug, we love Doug Baldwin here on Move the Sticks and what he brings to the table. But at the very top of the list, it's a running back who's as good as anybody in the league that kind of leads the way.
And that's why they sit at the top, because David Johnson is a guy that is unique in terms of what he's able to bring to the table. You talk about a guy that can do it as a runner, he can do it as a receiver, he makes big plays, he's tough, he's physical, he's productive. He kind of carries it, but Larry Fitzgerald is also an older veteran who is able to give them production in the passing game. Arizona Cardinals are well positioned to be a team that kind of competes in this division.
All right, let's go to the offensive line here, Buck. San Francisco comes in at number 4. Seattle, man, they made a trade now. They got a left tackle issue. Trying to address that with the trade, picking up Tobin from the Philadelphia Eagles, but still an area of concern there. The Arizona Cardinals, DJ Humphries has come along in his young career.
He has.
At number 2, but the number 1, how about this shake-up and turnaround? You have the LA Rams here sitting there right at the very top.
Here we go from worst to first. I think a lot of it goes to Andrew Whitworth. I think Andrew Whitworth has really solidified this offensive line. When you watch them play in the preseason, they look like a completely different offense. The quarterback looks comfortable because he's not getting hit. If your quarterback doesn't get hit, they're able to show their talents. LA Rams have done a really good job of kind of rebuilding this offensive line, and that addition of Andrew Whitworth will make a difference.
No question. All right, let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball here, Bucky. Go to the front 7 and how we have these guys slot.
You know, this is tough because you could say that the San Francisco 49ers are a team on the come because of their defense. You think about the 3 first-round picks that they have on the D-line. You think about Reuben Foster being able to play inside. I like what they have. They still rank 4th. The Arizona Cardinals, to me, are 3rd. Chandler Jones inside, being able to be a guy that can come off the edge and do some things in their hybrid defense. Robert Nkemdiche looks like he's on the rise. The LA Rams come in at 2, and part of it is because Aaron Donald.
Got to get Aaron Donald in there.
I think he's going to come. Even with him, I still have them a little bit behind the Seattle Seahawks, but Aaron Donald makes this team a much better team.
All right, the Seattle Seahawks there, though, at the very top. And Seattle, Michael Bennett's as good as it gets, and he can rush from anywhere along the line of scrimmage. He is a problem for opposing teams. Cliff Averill, they've got a good group. And then Bobby Wagner and company at linebacker.
Absolutely.
It's about as good as it gets when you look at the complete front 7 that they bring to the table. And really, truthfully, Cam Chancellor almost should count as part of that group because he'll play up to the line of scrimmage and do some nasty things there. Let's go to the secondary, Bucky, and mention Cam Chancellor. There's no spoiler there. They're as good as it gets in the league. But 4 49ers, 3 Rams, 2, we have the Arizona Cardinals.
And I like the Arizona Cardinals. They have a bunch of little guys that are interchangeable in the way that they play. You have Patrick Peterson on the outside, but then everybody else. Buda Baker comes over. He and Honey Badger have similar games. They have the ability to do it. Brandon Williams has really come on like gangbusters playing opposite of Patrick Peterson. When they get that kind of production on the other side, whether it's Williams or Justin Bethel, they have an opportunity to lock up, play man-to-man. They want to blitz people. It can be really, really good for them.
All right, the Seattle Seahawks, though, right at the top. I mentioned Cam Chancellor. His ability to move around, but Earl Thomas, the best safety in the NFL, in my opinion. You've got Richard Sherman, who's still playing at a very high level. I mean, this group has got a lot of beautiful pieces in place.
Yeah, they fit. This is a team that is unique because their players absolutely fit what they want to do schematically, and it works out for them. These guys are signed, so for the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to see the Seattle Seahawks continue to reign at the top of that division in the secondary.
All right, let's go through the coaches here, Buck.
You know, it's unfortunate. Sean McVay, we haven't seen him coach, but I'm really a big believer. I have him fourth, but I believe he could kind of take that with a bullet. San Francisco, right after him, Kyle Shanahan, we saw what he's been able to do coordinating offense. Bruce Arians at 2 with the Arizona Cardinals. But at the top, Pete Carroll came in and said that they wanted to own the division. They have really owned the division since he has taken over. He has the program in the right direction. They continue to battle, take a bunch of unique personalities, put it together, and that comes from coaching. Pete Carroll deserves kudos for making them the bully in the NFC.
All right, let's shake out the rankings here. Offensively, we have the Cardinals' best team inside the division, followed by the Seahawks, Rams, and Niners. We flip it to the defensive side of the ball, and yes, that's no shock there.
That's
the
the
Seattle
difference.
Seahawks right there at the top, the 49ers bringing up the rear. Put it all together, Bucky, and again, no surprise here. We have the Seattle Seahawks as the favorite coming into the season. The Rams, they're third inside the division. I'm anxious to see how this shakes out with them and the Cardinals. I think that's going to be fun to watch.
I think it is going to be fun to watch. Anyone who's been paying close attention to the Rams, this is a much better team than we've seen